I got a pretty crazy story to tell y'all that just happened. Life has crazy ways of throwing opportunities at you. So I just left my doctor's appointment. I stopped at the gas station to fill up on some gas. While I'm filling the gas up, a guy walks up and he asks me for some money. Now, where I live, I have people like this all the time. I mean, this probably happens like once a week, but for some reason, just something told me to help this guy out. I could just tell by the way this guy looked and the way he was talking to me, just something in my heart like told me I need to help this guy out. Basically, his car broke down, so he's been sitting in that parking lot since last night. He was just saying he's freezing cold and he needs to get some sleep, so he was trying to get a hotel room. It was $75 for the night and he only had 40 bucks. So I went inside, I went to the ATM, I pulled out 40 bucks for him. While I was doing that, he used my phone to make a few phone calls, and he was luckily able to find someone that could come pick him up and take him to the hotel. Now, at this point, I thought the conversation was pretty much done. I did my good deed. I was pretty happy with the fact that I was able to help this guy out. Now, mind you, I have been looking for two things lately. Someone to run my lawn care setup, so a new employee, and someone to do door-to-door sales specifically for my company. He sees my truck, he starts asking me about my business, and of course I tell him I own the business and this is that. And he asks me, are you hiring? And of course I tell him yes, and I tell him I'm looking for someone to run the lawn care setup and to do door-to-door sales. And he told me that his job is specifically door-to-door sales. He told me that he's a really good closer, and I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, if you're a good closer, then why don't you have a bunch of money? Because some people just go through things in life and it kind of fucks them over, and that kind of seemed like the situation this guy was in. So I got his phone number, I sent him a text, and he already responded, and yeah, this could be a really good opportunity for me. He could do all my door-to-door sales, or he could run my lawn care setup, because he also said he worked for a landscaping company, like currently. But hey, all I'm trying to say is opportunities like this present themselves all the time. If you're always just kind of like, oh, I don't want to talk to people, I don't want to help you, or this is that, you're just kind of closing doors. I've built relationships more times than I can count just by having some random conversation with some dude. But either way, thought this was a pretty good story. What do y'all think?